Hi everybody, it's Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stampers. It's finally Friday time. Thanks for joining me. This week I'm going to show you a little bit about the Stamparatus, our stamp positioning tool, and the Stamp A Ma Jig, which is also a stamp positioning tool. So hang on and I'll get right to it. So today I'm going to do a little bit with our Stamparatus, which is our stamp positioning tool. It'll come with a couple magnets that are very, very, very strong. I have a piece of washi tape around them that will help you pick them up because they're so strong that they you need help to lift them up. Some people use other things to wrap around them, stronger tape and stuff, so that it doesn't break as easily as this does. But you want to make sure, you see how they're on two separate spots. You will want to make sure that you do not let them touch together. They will pull together and possibly bust if they do touch. So I'm going to pull one off there right now. I'll use that. But this is our tool. It comes with two of these, I'm going to call them doors, that can go on the side. Maybe I should turn this around like this better, or you can position it up at the top, and then if you could put a couple stamps on here so that you could turn them different ways, and then you can also use your other plate if you were using more than one stamp, and then you could have the other ones on the door that goes on this side. But for now, I'm just going to use the one. There is a foam mat that you can use to lift up the base for when you have a clear photopolymer stamp. This will lift up the space so that when the door shuts down, it will touch. If you don't have that in there, it won't touch your paper. It won't go down far enough. If you have the red rubber, the cling stamps, then you would take this away. There's also some grid paper that you can get, and I could not find mine, but my friend made me this off of the larger grid sheets that we sell, and laminated it, so I tend to keep this in here. And this will just help you to know like where to line it up. If you're a measurer, you can line it up. If you're like me, you'll just stuff the paper kind of in there anywhere, and then put your magnet down to hold it in place, and then not worry about measuring anything. Right now I'm going to show you just a quick little summary. I showed you the photopolymer, but what I'm going to show you first, in case you don't have the Stamparatus, I'm going to show you, I think I showed you guys a couple weeks ago on one of my cards, but I'm going to show you the oldie but goodie Stamp A Ma Jig. Now, we don't sell these anymore, but not everybody owns a Stamparatus, so it comes in handy if you still have this very inexpensive tool. So I should have probably had a card with the design on it already, but I'll show you how it works. So you have your piece of paper. Okay, so let's quickly, I'm just going to stamp this down real quick. Like right here. So we're going to put our flowers down there, and then we want to line up an image. We want to say have a happy day, but we want to make sure that we get it over here. And with the old style blocks, maybe we aren't quite sure if it's on there straight or not. So what you can do is you can ink up your stamp with your Stamparatus, and then take the plastic sheeting, and you want to line it up in the corner of the purple base here. And then take your stamp, and you want to be right in the corner. Don't move those, and go down and straight up. So now it doesn't matter if this is on here kittywampus or not, because you've lined it up with the right angle, so it's straight. So now you want to say, all right, I want to go right here. I want it to say, have a happy day right there. So you'll place this plastic sheet over your cardstock, and then take the purple. You definitely need to have some paper for the purple. It's got like a little rubber base on it to hold on to make sure that your cardstock is going to stay in place, I guess is what I'm looking for. And again, you'll butt that right angle right there, right up to the corner of the plastic. Hold that steady, you know, like push down so that the paper doesn't move. Then redo that same idea. Ink it up, put it right in that corner, and you go straight down and straight up. And now your placement should be exactly where you wanted it based on where you put that at. So if we wanted it again over here, because we really want to make sure someone has a happy day, we put it there, we'd ink it up, straight down and straight up. And now we've got another one perfectly placed. And then if it wasn't straight on your block, or you're not got a good steady hand, this will help you get a perfect placement every time. So the Stamp A Ma Jig is going to work with your photopolymer stamps as well. Basically, you're just going to need the right angle for your blocks to butt up against. So even if you don't have a Stamp A Ma Jig, if you've got something that you can use for a right angle, but it works exact same way. You just can go ahead and put your stamp on your clear block, ink it up, go straight down and straight up, and then I'm going to put the buds on the flowers. So I'm going to come over here like so. I'm going to twist and turn my paper or my plastic so that it's covering up the flowers the best that I can get it. You could see that it's crooked, which is fine. It just means that, you know, my stamp, I just threw that stamp on that block, so it wasn't lined up in the whoops, I just moved it. Wasn't lined up in the right spot on the stamp. I'm going to put the Stamp A Ma Jig down to hold the paper in place. I'm going to ink it up. I'm going to go straight down and straight up. And now I've gone ahead and put the buds on top of the flowers. The Stamp A Ma Jig, or the Stamparatus, is great for placement of multiple stamps or laying out your whole card. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to use that Queen Anne's lace die or stamp set there. So I'm going to put my foam mat down because that's a polymer stamp and it will need that extra cushion and height underneath it. And then what I've got is just my card base that I'm going to use. This is the size that I want, and I'm going to build my image off from here. So I will start with my full, oh, I gotta make sure I got all the ink off. I did not get all the ink off that. So let me, otherwise it's going to make a mark on my card. So I want to put my flower over here, and I'm going to say I want it to go right there. All right, so then you just close your lid, give it a press, and it picks it up. Probably should have put down my, what you call it thing here, my magnet. Keeps your paper in place. This will lift it up. So then, if you're going to do more than one card, let me show you this. So then we're going to ink this up. We're going to close it. I'm going to just rub on it a little bit I'm going to open it back up, and boy, did I get a stinky image there. Good thing with this machine tool is you just ink it up again and redo it. You can just keep inking and stamping till you got the coverage that you're looking for. And I'm still not getting, and I don't know, could be my ink. Oh, there, I just wasn't pressing hard enough. So let's do it one more time, just to make sure I got all the pieces inked up that I wanted. So I'm just pressing down again. And then I'm going to lift that up like so. Now I want to use the dots, the flowers. They're not dots, they're flowers that cover over the Queen Anne's lace stuff, and we'll put the color onto the flowers. So you want to line it up, lay the stamp set down so it's lined up where you want it, and then you can take this door off, flip it around, put it back down, and then shut it. And now the flowers are stuck to the back side. So we can ink those up. Close it down. Press on them. Like so. And again, I didn't get good coverage. I don't know if it's because I'm not pressing hard enough. I might be too close to, sometimes you don't want to go in as close to the edge as I did, but I'm probably just not pressing hard enough because I don't normally have a problem. So there we go. And if you look, oh, I got one down here. I can still see a little ink on the stamp. Let's push it down again and close it, and there we go. Now it came off. Now this is all set. If you want to make multiples of it, you just know that this paper is lined up in the corner, and then you can take it off, turn it around, stamp your black or whatever color you stamp the flowers, then again take it off, turn it around, ink it up, stamp the buds on the top, and you're good to go. We can then bring in another positioning tool, or this is the position tool, another door, to put on our greeting. So I got another stamp set with the photo, with the cling foam on the red rubber. And I'm going to just lay it down on my card like so. And I do not put the stickers on mine, so if I had the sticker on the back and it was on there properly, you could tell if it was lined up or not. But you see what I do with mine? I peel my stickers off that would go on the stamp, and I put them in between this plastic, so I know by looking at it which stamps are missing. I'll do another video on that another day. So I'm going to just say that I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to pick it up. I forgot this has got the red rubber on it, and it's going to be, so I'm going to take my foam out of there, and let's start again. I'm going to put my words on there. I'll shut the lid down, and I can tell that that is crooked. Straighten it up. See, if I had the plastic on there, I could tell that it was crooked, but I could see that it's crooked. So I will line that up. You could do like this and flip it over and look at your grid lines and adjust it from there if you wanted to. There's all kinds of things that you can do. So now I'm going to ink this up. I'm just going to use black again. Ink it up like so and shut the lid. press down on it. And open it back up, and it's exactly where I want it. And so now this process, I can recreate. Oh man, my stupid washi tape just skinned that all up. What a bummer. So now you can recreate these cards if you're in a swap or something and you need to mass produce these, or if you just plan to make more than one. Everything is all lined up. And you just change out your plates, ink it up, and you can always keep closing it up and making sure that you've got the image that you want, and everything will have perfect placement every time. That was it, guys. Thanks for joining me. You guys have a happy Easter, and I will be back again next week for another version of Finally Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.